generations. And now, the power of two restores the one.
We got a bidet! Hey everybody, and welcome back to another video. Today is a very exciting day. We finally got a new baseball game for the year, MLB the Show 24. And what I'm going to go ahead here and do is explain to you what the different modes are here on the main screen. If you're new to the game, this will be great. That way you can figure out which mode sounds the best to you. But the cool thing is no matter what mode you pick, you will earn experience points within Diamond Dynasty, which that's going to be a separate video. So make sure to check that one out as well. But let's go ahead and take a look. So the first one we see here is Road to the Show. That is basically career mode where you get to build your own player, play through different scenarios, and, you know, work your way from the bottom all the way to the top and, you know, try to go to the Hall of Fame kind of a thing. Next we got Diamond Dynasty. That's my favorite mode to play in. That's where you get to go in and you're collecting your favorite cards and building your dream squad amongst all the players that are available. More info on that in a separate video because I dedicate a whole video to that. Next we got March to October. So this is basically you're picking your favorite team and you're kind of playing the key moments of the season. So, for instance, it might simulate like 3 or 4 games, and it'll be like, oh, this is a save situation, and if you go in and you're successful with it, then your team will go on a hot streak, and then they'll do better. But if you fail, you'll go on a cold streak, and you'll lose more games. So, it's kind of like a different way to play franchise mode in a way. I do like the mode. I think it's fun. However, when we go to franchise mode, they kind of added some stuff in here that is very similar to March to October. You can go in and put in the setting where you want to play, you know, only the 7th inning on in key moments, which is partially what March to October is. But there's a whole bunch of different settings in franchise that you can do to mix that stuff up. And then we got storylines up here. So this is really cool for this year. Not only do we get season 2 of the Negro League storylines, but we also get one that like completely features Derek Jeter. And then if you play the Derek Jeter one, you get to also play some other moments within his career with some of his teammates. If you follow the like subway thing that's on there, that's Derek Jeter's story. But if you follow the subway and then you find like paths that are derivative of it or go off of it, those are the ones for his teammates. So if we scroll down, we can see we got Exhibition Classic. That's your typical pickup game. Daily lineups. Play an exhibition game using the current MLB roster from any day of the season. So similar to regular exhibition, but a little twist added to it. Online rated exhibition. So you're playing against somebody else. Online, not just local play. And then retro, looks like we got nostalgic top-down camera angles. So I think that's kind of like RBI baseball from back in the day. If it's like the past MLB the Shows, that's exactly what it is. Instant action moments. So this is playing different moments throughout MLB history. A lot of them that you get to play are actually in Diamond Dynasty. And then they typically, it depends on what you're looking at. So if you're looking at certain programs, so for instance, at some point this year, they're going to have an all-star program, and then they'll have all-star players from the past that are in that program. And then there'll be like key moments from those players' careers that you get to play through. That's exactly what that is. So whoever that they're featuring for the day or for a program, or if you go into Team Affinity and you want to gain some points for that, there's moments in there as well that are from those featured players in those categories. So check that out. I do tons of videos on these throughout the year, so definitely you can check back here if you have any troubles with those. Home Run Derby, self-explanatory. You get to set up your own Home Run Derby and have some fun with that. Challenge of the week. So a lot of times there'll be a challenge here. You do your best and you see how you rank amongst other people that tried it out. As you can see on the screen, you could win weekly, digital, and actually physical real-life prizes. So that's kind of cool. I've never really done it. I'm not very good at it, so but some people have won some really cool things there. And then custom practice is the last one on this screen. Custom practice, you can go in and practice whatever you need to. If you want to practice pitching, you go in there and you pitch. If you want to practice some hitting, go in there and do it. Whatever you need to do. And then you can just get better and then do some more challenging things. Play with friends, online co-op. So you can play online with a friend. So I believe it's only 2 people per team, but basically you take turns. Someone bats, someone pitches. Someone bats, someone pitches. I have not done a whole lot of that. I honestly hadn't. I don't think I've ever done it. I'm more of a play on my own kind of a person when it comes to that stuff, especially since I heard last year the servers were kind of iffy with it. So if you want to try that out, go ahead and do it. There will be more talk about that in the Diamond Dynasty video, because there is something called a ranked season in Diamond Dynasty where you can earn rewards, and there's solo and then there's co-op. So you can earn more rewards if you do the co-op path as well. So more on that later. Postseason, you build your own postseason bracket and then just play through the postseason. So if you want to do just some crazy scenario of all these different teams that made it, you can do that and then play through it. Custom leagues, you can create custom leagues with your friends, and then yeah, just play with your friends in custom leagues. There's the options and settings. So if you want to adjust some of your gameplay stuff, you can go ahead and do that with the settings. I did a couple of mine that I remember from years past, but I definitely have to tweak a couple of other ones. Options Explorer, so you can go in there and check any other different options that you need to adjust. Let's see, I think that's the last thing on these menus. So the only other things that are on this front page in the top left corner, you can see your gamer tag and your current amount of stubs. With the pre-order bonus, I already have 25,000. And then over on the right, you have create and settings. So I don't create very many things in here, but what you can create are stadiums, and then in settings you can go ahead and adjust different settings. So for me, because I make videos for all of you, I always have to turn the music off. So I'd go down to jukebox, and you can actually customize which songs that you do hear while you play the game. If you're playing your game and you hear a song and you're like, that's just not for me, you can go into the jukebox and turn it off, and then it'll never play while you're playing your game. So you have that control. But most of the other things are just things that are associated with gameplay or audio, display, stuff like that, which is all under the other settings menu that we looked at as well. So that's everything on the front page. Usually whatever they're trying to, get you to look at or get you to pay attention to is what we see in the very front here. So the storylines, that's something that's going to be huge here in the beginning, especially since they're going to be pacing out throughout the year, or actually throughout the next month or two. They're supposed to release more of it in a couple weeks, and then the rest of it a couple weeks from that. So they're kind of spacing it out. So that's what they want you to pay attention to now. Of course, that'll change throughout the year. That way you can have all the latest updates. But you can also have the latest updates by following the channel here. We did a whole bunch of videos last year, and we plan to do a whole bunch of videos this year. So a lot of the things that we touch on are the different seasons in Diamond Dynasty, the moments, the conquest maps. Every time there's a new season, we go through and talk about the things that have changed and what's updated. So check back here for those by subscribing to the channel and turn on notifications. Drops a like if you like the video, and drops a comment letting us know how excited you are for MLB the Show and what cool pulls you got with your first few packs. And then as always, everybody, thank you for watching. We'll see you next time.